Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, executive editor at ClassicsToday.com, here with random reviews from the Overflow Room. And as usual, we have, as we work backwards through the alphabet, either three unusual, well, sometimes two, but mostly three interestingly mixed up and unusual voices, or someone very familiar that I have a billion CDs of. I mean, that's basically how it works, right? And we begin, this is the former, we begin with Claude Le Jeune, who lived from 1530 to 1600, a late Renaissance kind of guy at the verge of the Baroque period. Monteverdi was just over the horizon as the century began to tip over there. This is a wonderful collection of chansons, polyphonic chansons, songs for mixed voices, performed by the Ensemble Clément Janaquin under Dominique Wyss. And there's some amazing stuff in here, especially Lehrer, a 16-minute chanson, The War. Quite a thing here. And there's some really fun things. I mean, there really are. There's a drinking song. There's love songs. There's all kinds of stuff. This is on Harmonia Mundi, and I've had it for years. It came out in 2005, and I've always hung on to it. Because when you want a polyphonic chanson, then this guy, Claude Le Jeune, the younger, he's just your guy. What can I tell you? Yeah, sure. Next, oh yes, of course, we have Jón Leifs, the Icelandic marvel, the volcano guy, Hekla, right? And here we have, what is this thing? Works for voices and orchestra, with the Iceland Symphony Orchestra under Herman Boehmer. Now, on BIS, this is part of the BIS series of almost, I guess, his complete works, or just about. And I have all of these upstairs. This is just a spare copy. It contains Viking's Answer, Vikingsasvar, the Lay of Helgi the Hunding Slayer, which is Helga Fitho Hundingsbana. I have no idea how I'm pronouncing this stuff, but it's so much fun. I don't care. Groa's Spell, which is Grogaldur for alto, tenor, and orchestra. These are really fun pieces, by the way. Jonas Hallgrimsson in Memoriam. Well, I don't have to do that in Icelandic. Spring Song, Forvisa. There you go. Landfall Overture, Lansin. That's a forliker. That's, I guess, an overture in Icelandic. This is a Landfall is fun. It's been recorded before. And the Iceland Cantata, which is it's marvelous, absolutely marvelous. So there's that. And then we have, let's see, what's this thing? The Reykjavik Chamber Orchestra doing all kinds of little thingies with chorus and not chorus. We have got Gudrúnar Kvitha, which is, none of this is translated, not, which is, night or something like that. Or need, or I don't know, something like that. And then we've got Helga Kvida Hundingsbana. Well, we just talked about that. That was this thing, right? Yes, the Lay of Helgi the Hunding Slayer. And Grogaldur. Well, Grogaldur, I think we did that too, right? Didn't we? Groa's Spell. Yeah, so it's some of the same stuff done by wonderful native Icelandic people, including mezzo-soprano Þórunn Guðmundsdóttir. Yeah. Okay. I love this guy. He's amazing. His music is based on Icelandic folk music, which is very clunky rhythmically and moves in like parallel fourths and fifths, and it sounds very primal, kind of like medieval organum. It's so much fun. Then we've got this Nordic Music Festival with Esa-Pekka Salonen and the Swedish Radio Symphony Orchestra, which I put here. I stuck it under Leifs because it has Geyser, his fabulous orchestral prelude, Opus 51, which is a geyser erupting. from the people who gave us the geyser, the word, the original thing, the whole deal. And then it's got all kinds of other stuff, the Masquerade Overture and Sigurd Jorsalfar and the Vals Triste and Alfin's Midsummer Vaka and other goodies, Finlandia, all the usual culprits. But they snuck in geyser, and good for them. Then we've got more Leifs. We've got Balder. This is the best recording, frankly, is on Bis, but this is really pretty good, all things considered. It's with the, Paul Zukovsky, who did a bunch of, Leifs things back in his days in Iceland. It's a musical and choreographic drama without words, which is really kind of fascinating. It does have a speaker, and it does have a choir, and it doesn't have words. But it begins with the dance of the subhumans, which I just love. So this was lots of fun. It's Leif's biggest work, his longest work. And of course, it has a volcanic eruption at the end, because you just gotta have a volcanic eruption wherever you could stuff one in there. And stuff it he did. Then we've got, this was my first disc of Jón Leifs music, Visions and Images, on ITM. It came out of Iceland. Supported by I'm Skip, We Ship Your Way, whoever that was. It's with the Iceland Symphony, and you've got the first recording of Hekla, which I think is slightly cut, actually, in this version. The three images, the Landsin Overture for Orchestra, and Geyser. And it's, again, with Paul Zukovsky, and it just, it was the introduction to this guy, and people heard this and just went, ah! At least I did. It's totally fascinating. And here's the Chandos, Icelandic orchestral music thing, that has the Galdra Lofter Suite, which consists of an overture and a funeral march. Oh, it's movements from. No, there's more. I knew there was more. Pal Isolfsson, Festival March and Festival Overture, and Arne Bjornsson, the Romance for Violin and Orchestra, two of them actually. And then Carl Otto Rudolfsson, his suite on the Crossroads, or on Crossroads. And so there's some Leifs here, and so I put it under L. And last but not least, Tom Lehrer. Yes, well, we talk about him all the time, don't we? Because he's just the funniest songwriter that ever lived. This is the Tom Lehrer collection, including the DVD of his Oslo recital in 1967. He gave very few performances live of his stuff. He just did what he did, and that was it. And then you've got a CD with like all of his famous songs, or a lot of them. There was 26 of them out of a total of like 40 some odd. And bonus videos he did I Got It From Agnes in 1980, Poisoning Pigeons in the Park, 4 animated clips from the Electric Company. He wrote children's educational songlets that were delicious. The derivative song, which is from mathematical, he's a mathematician, a mathematics professor, so we have, lots of fun little ditties about mathematical formulae. And That's Mathematics, another thing he did. So yeah, it's a great little twofer of two thingies here. It probably no longer exists, so I hang on to it. I clutch it in my greedy grip, forever. So keep on listening, friends. Thanks for joining me. Take care.